folks. It's 9:13 a.m. on the 7th month, 25th day, 2025. Look at this. This is a monster circulation. All the way there, this geostorm. Some people count it on the way to there, right? Which is, we could subtract 600 kilometers from there. It's just a monster of a storm. A monster of a storm. And so it took a lot of geoengineering to do this. Let me double check this is running. Running like good. Okay, so I'm going to go over some of this now. And the first things you need to know is what's going on right now with some of these storms in some of these areas. Like what's approaching Adelaide now across the bay here is going to have a hell of a wallop of wind and rain with it as it comes ashore. The satellite image itself, it didn't look the best. I'll have to go with the infrared on this. With the heaviest salts over this island and coming across kind of toward the dividing line of where Wollonga and Noorlunga and Philurlunga is and Carfalunga kind of a thing. You got a radar on over here. See the circle pulse pattern centered over here? Yeah, that's a radar signature. Yeah, you ain't hiding your guilt in the sky from my eyes. No, you will not. Hey, so let me go over this of what's about to happen. But these storms are rather packing a lot of water in them. And so you can expect some fair heavy totals coming across this area now. This is a sign of a radar beam right here. You see these spikes coming up from this one spot. So we got a bust right here that Mr. Squiggles will be happy to point out for you. If I can find where Mr. Squiggles is at my desk right now. Right, we could show you these beam lines right here, and they're all intersecting in one spot. The known radar stations are over here. You know, I could be more exacting, but it takes a longer time to make the straight lines. I think accuracy does matter with fact. Where's the radar station? You told me. Right, where the lines are intersecting, and you had another signature of a beam coming down here from another station from the north and the east of there. And so that's controlling the flow, which basically did this, right? What it does to the flow is this, that the moisture coming in here splits off. The moisture coming across here stays that direction. And so the upper level flow is going to bring that in. And this is a separate from this for now. So it's really quite a dodgy situation. Very, very windy it's going to get. If some of the winds inland, I'm expecting gusts 80 and 90 kilometers an hour through a corridor through Cooper Pedy, up through Broken Hill and in this direction here like this. So be very aware today. And of course, so the radars in Burnsville ain't reporting nothing. It looks like there's something happening. You know, something is reporting something here that's not showing you. Okay, so it looks like some really, really heavy falls are occurring through this part of Queensland as well, and batten down the hatches when you see that kind of a situation. But they're not like super high top clouds that I'd expect to be seeing lightning in. So perhaps that might be percussion from exploding chem bombs and giving a light flash of light, because I'm just not seeing the conditions for it showing on the map here on the infrared, right, that I would expect in a severe thunderstorm. But yet I'm seeing lightning indicative of it. Hey, so what's going on, BOM? Lying to people much? I think so. So here's what you can expect. I'm only going to give you a few days' work because there's too much to cover if I don't. So I just want to do just this storm. Lightning kicking off through the corners of New South Wales very predictably, and you can see by the types of the clouds why that's going to happen. And those are going to go on throughout the night, tonight, and in through the hours of tomorrow afternoon. You will be experiencing the wetness. Yep. You see how the rain's kind of holding off? Is you got an EMF block over there around Brisbane, created by Gympie and by the 3 Brisbane radars. But don't worry, it ain't gonna last long. And coming through the overnight and afternoon hours of Saturday, you're gonna get wet up there, and you're gonna pick up some fair totals fair fast. I think you're about 3 or 4 centimeters. You're gonna come into the Brisbane Metroplex, and with some pockets of 7 centimeters, because there's a tendril out there they haven't told you about. So let's hope when I put on the totals they're gonna be honest, because I haven't looked yet. Right, because there's always a whole bunch of bullshit coming. Perth coming up here on Sunday, coming in the afternoon hours, in the early probably about maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, you can expect a very severe line to be coming in off the Indian Ocean. And it's packing a bunch of electrics with it and bringing a bunch of cold air behind it. So be expecting that action. So you have been warned. But I told you about that last week. Look at this pressure here now. Right? You got two of them. I told you they're holding it up. There's nowhere for it to go across the country because of the EMF. So everything is stalled out. I think I want to take it over a day. Show you how fast that dissipated. It's like I said, that was nothing to worry about. It was nothing. A little bit of a low looking thing, and then again, the same setup, same corridor, same EMF, same spot, same pocket, same fuckery, same old shit channel of a fucking broadcast from me. Yep. In New Zealand, I'll get you in the picture on those days, but I'm more concerned about you for the 28th, 29th. When you get dispatch coming, bringing that warm-ass, tropical, sticky messiness to meet that cold-ass air from Antarctica and all the chem-bam dyes comes your way. All the remnants of their chem-abominations. Like you think you could ban it one place and not float in the sky to another? Do you realize we're all in this together? The whole world? This, again, is a very bad moment for you guys in the overnight hours of Tuesday. I'm expecting big problems. Big problems. 3, 4 in the morning. That's the last time I bet you be about 1 o'clock in the morning when you're getting them thunders and lightnings and batterings over there in Auckland on Tuesday night and through Wednesday. So you better be on the watches for it. About 2 a.m. Wednesday would be your time. Look at the winds. This is nothing to be laughing about. These are sustained winds coming in. It's going to hem a lot of water up in here. It's going to be a lot of flooding. You get your stuff in these marinas more loosely so your stuff can float. That's how you're going to have problems. It's going to hem a lot of water up in here. So I am expecting flooding. Absolutely am. There's no way it's not going to happen. Yep. Gusts of wind, horrendous. This is where we're getting in the hundreds. 88 is nothing compared to these 90s down here. As this wind changes directions as it hits the volcano fields in these mountains over here, and it turns a bit, that's where your velocity is going to increase. Even the gusts will be higher than that. And some of these ones here are deadly. You don't want to be through these passes while this is going on. This isn't just a ha-ha North Island, you're getting it. You better remember we're all in this together, and you guys got a geostorm coming. And of course I'll be covering that for you. I'm trying to do them earlier while I still got bandwidth. And at the same moment, how you have some gusts here. Like this is no laughing matter, some of these winds you guys are about to get. What's going on now is definitely not a laughing matter for these people out here. Right? When you out here in Cooperpedia area and you're experiencing gusts like this, that'll blow you off a cliff. That'll trip your wheelbarrow over, so to speak. Yeah, so be knowing that. And you get rains with that, some people are in mining holes, might want to consider getting themselves and some equipment out. These winds are going to go on for quite a few days, going to whip a lot of particles in the air from the desert of some very unhealthy sands. And look at this up in here. You think any of the tides are going to get out? You ain't going to have no flooding over here, Port Victoria, in this corner down here? The wind says so. But that's where all the bait fish are going to go too, so hint, hint. You know, if you want to catch some din-dins. These are the gusts. It's deadly. I have to keep pointing that out to you guys. The accumulated gusts would be the easiest way to see, but I thought you might want to know when. You know, what day is the tent going to at risk of being blown down when we're camping kind of a situation? And that's fair eminent for you, Canberra. Right? For them people down around here. Or camping over here, Oola Doola. Have you been told? But you got big winds coming. And that highest risk there of the winds is right here. Through Sunday on lunchtime. Through the next day lunchtimes is these winds, right? This is bad, and they're going way up. So if you're planning on skirting this side of the mountains for your treks to safe trek home, I suggest different. You're going to have to corridor Maury and come in like this to get up to Brizzy in a more safe manner. But don't count on that to last, because they got that lines of showers coming through there, right? And as I look back at these days here, this is not the day for travel. This is not the day to say, hey, let's cross the desert. This is a day that you can say, you know, we can go see Uluru another time. It's going to be there, believe me. We may not be here at Uluru going long since be there.
Uluru, and it might even have different names. It might have been called hula hoop at one point. Who knows? All I know is if the WHO thinks it's going to, UN or anybody going to shine a logo on it, they realize that a UN logo can make the word cunt really quickly. Oh, look what the cunts are doing. Look how wide this storm is. They say 1/3 of your country. If this parked over the top of you right now, half of your country would be inside this wind field. 2,000 plus kilometer wind field. Okay? This is what you're facing. And you got this, right? It's already over here, and you guys get the competence. They get the wind. See the EMF feeling the wind out here? Just see the signature in the clouds here? If you can't see it there, you're going to see it here. Look at the bombs. How many directions of the wind? Any direction they want. If they got microwave it like this, we're not looking at like beach sand down on the estuary here, on the shorefront. This is the sky. But it shows you the power of waveforms, right? It's the same waveform, different medium. And the medium here happens to be cloud condensates instead of sand. Preformed particles make cloud condensates. And this is not natural. That's cloud creation, not cloud seeding. Know the difference? And kind of all the lines point toward one spot, like maybe something's very high in the air, just lobbing stuff down. It's a very easy way to do it. That's a different color than that. But you have some fires out here today, and I don't even want to look. It's really, really horrible sight to see fires and grids and stuff. And when I see this color to the sky, I go, oh my God, that's refracting light a lot different than that one. I know it's winter time, and you get a lot of light refraction certain times of the day, but come on, two different colors in the same spot like this? The shadow should be matching the shape of the above. Wouldn't you agree? So there's this swath of something down here that's absorbing wavelengths of light that's different than the regular clouds. And this looks like a big bloom of toxins. It looks like a dust brush, a dust dildo-y looking tail brush. Yeah, right over the top of you in Northland. It's contaminating these beautiful trees, contaminating the forest. I mean, that's a chem bomb. Well, you guys better wake up. Gonna wake up dead one day. I keep telling you this. I'll wake up dead one day myself. And you thank the oneness for the oneness and all, but man, this is ridiculous. And you think this is normal. The land of the long white chemtrail is not normal. Well, if normal means average, then it is now. Because it's the average is man-made clouds. The average is geoengineering. And the average is Agenda 21. And 2030, part of the agenda is just till 2030. You ain't even looked at Agenda 45. Look at Agenda 75. Well, I'm glad I'm not me here for that. Unless they finally figure a way to plug us into the machine to keep working, until we're about 500 years old. And that's, they don't need no population then. Oh my. Null or bar better not stay null. I bet your ears are ringing. You're feeling itchy. I definitely you'd be lethargic. Look at the waveform in this cloud. You can make a wedge out of this. Right turn, Clyde. See the scalar energy in the sky here yet? You're able to identify it without their doo-doo radar images to be relying on for the beams, like I showed in Melbourne, which is too easy to see. Too easy to see. Look at all this plasmonic haze. It looks like aluminum hydroxide. Well, look it up. It's easy to make it. The ingredients are already in the sky. The day they said he was going to add bicarbonate to the sky. Like giving the sky an acid from putting too much acid in the sky. They proposed this, honest to God, bicarbonate. And as soon as I saw bicarbonate, I said, hey, wait a minute, you can make aluminum hydroxide with that. Because we did an experiment in a science class about that in chemistry. And it makes milky water. And that's what I'm seeing here. So don't ignore me about that. Look into it. Prove me wrong. Everyone likes to say I'm wrong. I say prove me wrong. If I'm wrong, I want to correct myself. If you're wrong, you want to prove yourself right still, some of you cunts. I've had enough of that. Prove yourself right when you're wrong. Wrong is wrong and right is right. And they don't give a shit about my opinion. It hopes my opinion is correct and honest. But when I see something looking like a dollar sign almost drawn in the sky here, don't take me too much to say it's not a conspiracy. It's going on. It's in front of our eyes. Epstein didn't hang himself. No matter how much a politician tells us to look to the right, we're going to look to do what's right. Not just at the right. And this time here, I'm sorry, Donald Trump, your name's on a list you said you used to get exposed, and now you want to hide it. Nah, he was your buddy. Go ahead and take your punishment like a man, like my father would say. Quit protecting your friends at the sake of children, making people think that it's actually you're helping it, and really you're just helping yourself to it. Look at these pulsations here off the coast of Exmouth. Yeah, I got a big ass antenna there. Really big boy there. One of the largest in the world, actually. Well, they're fixing to build one over down that way that's going to be the biggest in the world. Right about there. 144,000 antennas. They need help putting them together. You can get a job. Now let them put them all together. Got a steamroller, baby. The burning, churning, earn your burning funk. Yeah, I love some things. Yeah. Well, they're turning up the air with burning funk. Do. Oh, I got a came bound for you, baby. Oh, my eyes are burning from the funk. Come on, baby James. You gotta love the politics. Hope you don't take this song down. And we're gonna inject her soul with so sweet a love from above and fill her full of no more chemtrail blue skies of truth. They came on the fuck out of Canberra. Sneezing much down there? Like Burley Griffin. Sure, what the heck? I don't even want to try to pronounce Geiger Line. How about that? Is that better? Bada bing bang bong. Conservation area and Captain's Flat. I can pronounce Captain Round. Master Bateman's Bay. They mastered the spraying. Master Spray. Bay right there. Masters, masturbation spray in the skies. I gotta admit, I wish they would die. I want to die to people suggested and blocking the sun. I want to tell so many people, kiss my bum. So let's finish rolling this shit through. I've raised my vibe now from lowering it. Because that's hard to watch the world being poisoned. It's hard to see totals like this for Sydney. And shouldn't wonder if they're ever going to be told about it. You know, are they going to be mentioned? Will it be mentioned? That next month is a big thing coming. I know people might want to plan that. You know, God forbid that somebody changes travel plans and goes somewhere else to enjoy themselves because they know there's going to be bad weather. Wouldn't want to do that, you know. Especially, you know, if you're going to go up here to Hobbiton, you know, and there's going to be like, 20 centimeters of rain. You wouldn't want people to know about that, would you? If you're trying to steal people's cars and make them buy new electric things and all this, flood the roads. You want to fill your lakes for a snowy hydro project or claim the land through flooding from it? Flood it out. And as this road goes, so goes trade down that road. Don't forget that too. And this thing has been inundated and it looks like it's being pinpointed a bit. Pinpointed. That would take engineering, wouldn't it? Is that what they call it? Geoengineering? Perhaps. So, okay, let's continue. We're over here into Saturday. We're Saturday in the park, and your sky has boom blooms like the 4th of July. Is what it looked like to me. I'm in a mood. I'm trying to stay high vibe because the fires bother me. And when I see man-made fires and grids, I think, what about the animal in the center? How did Bambi even get out? Poor Thumper, singed up. You just go out there, you don't have to wait for the goanna on a stick by the fire. Just grab him off the ground, sizzled. What a fucking shame. And you let it happen. Let's fund lasers to put on jets so they have new toys so they can burn indiscriminately war. So it's impersonal, like a video game. And let's train kids with video games how to kill indiscriminately and make them think they get a new life. Oh yeah, you'll restart. In real life, you don't get a restart. You just get dead. You're going to fuck around and find out. Yeah, war always changes. And war, one thing about war I wish would, that instead of remember the glorious dead, remember war sucks. Remember that there is no glorious dead. It's just dead. Who says it's glorious? The guy whose bank account grew while he had the ability to send people off to participate in the war to make his wallet grow. That's who wins in war. You know who loses in war? Everybody does in a way. The soul of the planet is hurt. Water memory is destroyed. And what kind of memory is this water from the geoengineering got in it? What kind of vibe has been put in this rain? Is anybody with harmonizers saying, I love you, water? I wish this water would bless and cleanse the beautiful land of Australia from the toxic things that have been done to it. May the minds of people have the toxic things that have been done by the system removed from it as well. God only knows what vibe goes in the water that's in these towers with our communications. We're yelling and hollering on the phone, and our water's right underneath it, and we don't do nothing to tell water we want it to be our friend or love it. And if you don't think water is alive, I think you got some homework to do. Or maybe you should ask, well, I would be very alive, would I, if water left my body? We'd all be singing Dust in the Wind, wouldn't we? They burned my eyes, just an endless chem bomb, now too blind to see all the dupe juice coming through the news. A curiosity. I'm curious how much more bullshit people are gonna buy. Right? What a bad week for my son. Lost Ozzy and Hulk Hogan. We used to have the wrestling game. Don't even be dodging that one either. There's people feeling luscious out there you never will. We may be well woke, but if you're a healer, prove it by acting like it. See the wedge? You see what I'm looking at here? See something here? Wedging? Would you say that's an area of perturbation? Does that look like a really good supercell? Or do you see the face of evil in that? I say they're doing dark magic in our skies. I say you batten down the hatch. It's going to be a rough 36 hours for some of you. And people out in the desert, be very careful. It's a very toxic wind. It's very dangerous, okay? Stay safe. Big love. Peace. Geoengineering sucks. Blows.